Honored guests, welcome to the English School FAHEEL's 56th annual graduation. We'd like to thank Ms. Sani Ahmed from the British Embassy for being with us this evening, and Sheikh Ali Subah, an honored guest this evening as well, and his daughter is one of our top students in the school, as you'll find out more this evening. Thank you very much for being with us and taking the time out this evening. We apologize for the slight late start. We'll be starting off with a recitation from the Holy Quran, followed by the national anthem. Thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله لا يخفى عليه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء هو الذي يصوركم في الأرحام كيف يشاء لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم هو الذي أنزل عليك الكتاب منه آيات محكمات هن أم الكتاب وأخر متشابهات فأما الذين في قلوبهم زيغ فيتبعون ما تشابه منه ابتغاء الفتنة وابتغاء تأويله وما يعلم تأويله إلا الله والراسخون في العلم يقولون آمنا به كل من عند ربنا وما يذكر إلا أولو الألباب ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا إنك جامع الناس ليوم لا ريب فيه إن الله لا يخلف الميعاد صدق الله العظيم.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd now like to welcome the class of 2024 here at the English School FAHEEL, this year's graduates.
To Mrs. and Mr. Suhaiber, ESF staff, parents, and honored guests, welcome and good evening. We are ecstatic to have you all here today to celebrate our special day. I'm Nafisa Malia, the head girl, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to welcome you all. Before we commence, on behalf of the sixth form, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to you all for joining us on this momentous occasion. To our parents and family who have been with us every step of the way and have been our unwavering support system. To our teachers who have been our guides, our mentors, and our inspiration. And lastly, to my peers who have been my companions in this journey, sharing laughter and countless memories. Without all of your support and guidance, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for being part of our story and for shaping us into the individuals that we are today. Our time in ESF has been an unforgettable journey. Whether you've been in the school since kindergarten or you've just joined us this year, the invaluable lessons that you have learned have left a significant mark on the person standing here today. Not just in an academic sense, but also because of the cherished memories that we have all made during our time here. From International Day, acting in the pantomime, and the thousands of bake sales that we helped organize, Sixth Form has involved some of the most memorable and influential moments of my life. During my time in the school, there are some things that I'll never forget. Like the time Wahab ordered pizza and it came with no cheese. The countless times Mr. Mali has begged us for cakes and sweets as bribes. The long hours we've spent working on our puzzles or playing Uno in the common room. And that one time we all ate Korean spicy noodles and almost went to the nurse. We've all had our fair share of funny moments, ups and downs, and events together. In the future, may we all look at these memories with fondness. Individually, we may have different experiences, but together, we share a common bond as the class of 2024 and soon-to-be graduates. Reflecting on my time here, I still remember when I first came to the school as a year 8 student. Back then, the sixth formers looked so tall and grown up with their blazers. I think we all couldn't wait to get older and wear those uniforms. And now, I have not grown any taller, but I have grown up and gained some hindsight. I think that, like we all do, I romanticize the idea of getting older. But I've learned that time passes by so quickly. You go from learning the times table in math class to learning whatever binomial expansion is. We don't have any control over the pace of time. So we must live in the moment and appreciate the now. What makes growing up so special is not the fact that we've become older, but the process. It is a bittersweet process, but one we must cherish. As we stand on the brink of a new chapter, let us carry with us the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and the memories created. And let us never forget the support and encouragement we've received from the people around us along the way. Thank you. And please, could I ask the school principal, Mr. Warner, to come to the stage, please?
Thank you, Nafisa. Esteemed guests, school owners, parents, graduates and staff, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all today to ESF's 56th graduation and prize giving ceremony. Tonight we are privileged to have with us Sheikh Ali Sabah and the Deputy Head of Mission to Kuwait, Miss Sunny Ahmed, representing the British Embassy. We're honoured to have both of your presence with us for this particular celebration. And it's particularly fitting as this is the 125th anniversary of the Kuwaiti-British partnership. I'd also like to thank the Hilton Hotel for hosting our special event tonight. Now, talking about years and anniversaries, I can't quite believe that I'm standing here today when how fast time has travelled for these students now standing in, or sitting in front of us. I first met these students when they were in year 7 and the vast majority, or a good number, are in my Year 7 chemistry class. I'm going to have to ask, graduates, who, if you were in my Year 7 chemistry class, please put your hand up. Okay. And if you're doing AS or A-level chemistry this year, please put your hand up. I'm pleased that I haven't put you off for the subject, for my teachings, and also all the best of luck for your exams this summer, and I hope you get the chance to show the quality that we know that you have. A lot has changed since I first met these individuals in September 2018. As Nafisa alluded to, they were about half the height that they are now. They've definitely grown up in that sense. And I was recently going through the folders for some other boring tasks that I had to do, and it detailed all of their achievements that they had managed over the course of the time at ESF. And some of this, how can I say, in terms of their academic achievements, as you can well imagine, yes, they've achieved really highly in terms of their internal and external exams for a long period of time, which is obviously very important. Yes, they've got so many A's and A stars at IGCSE and AS level already, some of them. Our deputy head girl and deputy head boy, Ria Shaban and Abdulaziz Hassan, they achieved so highly in their AS modules, they achieved 100% in their actual module, which for an external exam is incredible. It really is. And that's obviously really important. But what stood out for me when I actually looked at their information was the comments in their tutor reports. This told me a lot about what they had given to the school and what the school had given back to them over their time. So when I looked through this, I looked at certificates to see 100% attendance for terms and for years. That shows that they have resilience to keep coming in, even when they're not be feeling at their best each day. I looked into the folders and saw they had bronze, silver and gold merit awards for a number of years. That shows the effort they have, the perseverance as well as the skill. In fact, as I remember, one of our graduates today, our current head boy, Waleed Budastor, he achieved so many merits in one particular year that gold wasn't enough for him. We had to actually invent a new award of excellence, a platinum award. That shows you the calibre of the students that we have in front of us today. I also found within these folders and these files evidence of the opportunities that they had taken to improve the leadership and many skills that are very, very important to us. So, for example, representation in the student council, looking at how they'd been involved in many academic competitions, sporting participation, and even in the Student Journalism Conference, which was very recently held, we had many students involved, but this is another example of, in this case, our head girl, Nafisa Malaya, how amazingly she did within that, and why we wanted her to be our head girl for this particular year. All of these activities have helped these students to make sure they've got the perfect combination of the cognitive skills that they have within their academic results, but also the applied skills by the actions that they have taken whilst they have been at the school. These applied skills, your critical thinking, your initiative, your creativity, your problem solving, these are going to be very important to these students now and the future, both in work life and in their life in general. They're going to be very much in demand and successful in the future because of this. Now, instrumental in these students being as successful as they have, we are very fortunate that we have a highly dedicated team of teachers here who put in the extra miles, the extra yards to make sure that the students are well prepared for their exams. And we're very fortunate for that. But these students did not drop in ready-made in Year 7. They started to be given these skills and to work to develop these skills way back in early years, as I was talking to some of the students this afternoon. So the work of the early years department and the principal, Miss Abby Ward, and the primary department, where we have the principal, Mr. David Turney, and the Arabic department as well with Mrs. Noel Guti, also needs to be acknowledged, as well as the administration team and the resources department, who have made sure that everybody that you see in front of you today has had what they needed to succeed. Special thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Shuhaiba, who have been successfully running this school for 56 years. Congratulations to your CIS accreditation you achieved this year. as well as your very complimentary BSME Pen 2 inspection. Now, it's very satisfying for us, for these global and regional bodies, to know what we knew already, that ESF is a very special place and provides excellence in education for everybody. Specifically referring to the secondary department, thanks obviously to Mr. de Kock, the principal of secondary, and his deputies, Mr. Mully and Mr. Williams, and Mr. Al-Kuka as well in the Arabic head position for many, many years. Also, I have to mention Mr. Ben Riley and Mrs. Sabir Aziz, who are the boys and girls coordinators, who make sure that people are supported at every stage through the year, ably supported by the heads of year. I hope I haven't missed anyone out. Now, as the end of the year approaches, it is inevitable that some teachers will be moving on, and I'd wish to thank Dr. Stephen Ejibiti, Mr. Michael Chawanda, Mr. Michael Riley, and Miss Jane Bridges for their contribution to the school. They will be moving on, and the best of luck for your next placements next year. Also, I'd like to give a special mention to Mr. Barney Smith, who after 12 years at the school will also be moving on at the end of the year. We have 2 other teachers leaving this year, but they're not going to another placement because they're going to finish their teaching career here. So we have Dr. Cordelia Anasiki and Mr. Peter Mully, who are going to be retiring this year. And this speech, although long, is not long enough to say how much they have done for the school during their time here. I'll keep it simple to say thank you for everything you have done, and we will miss you immensely. I will come and see you in about 30 years' time when I retire to see how you're getting on. Tonight is a celebration of these students' achievements, which is filled with the excitement of the massive potential for the future as well. As parents, you must be so proud of these young men and women that we have before us. It is no overstatement to say that we have been blessed with these students in the 6th form this year. As your principal, I have to say you have been a delight from start to finish. I could not have asked for a better 6th form, and we will miss you all. Please do stay in touch with us, and do not forget you're always welcome at ESF. This is not goodbye. It is farewell until we meet again. Thank you. Okay, I'd like to invite Mr. Adib Shuhaiba to present the Ibrahim Shuhaiba Memorial Award for dedication to the school. And Waleed Buddhistor, could you please come up to collect the award? Thank you so much. I'd now like to invite Mr. Oscar de Kock to the podium.
Good evening, Masal here. And welcome, and good evening. This nice is about you and nothing else. I've decided that since this is the last time I'm going to speak to you in this capacity, I am going to dispense some advice. I realize that my advice has no basis more reliable than my own meandering experience, yet I will dispense with this advice anyway. This will always be your home. You guys grew up in front of us. Some of you were taught by Miss Abby in KG. Some of you were taught by Mr. Tierney. You've grown up in front of us. There's a picture of Ghazali, and he's this high, way back in year 4. So this will always be your home. Go away and do great things. And come back and boast about it. And you have my permission to come back and boast about it. Go and do great things. And secondly, or thirdly, or whatever, let no one ever belittle you. Be proud, because you come from one of the oldest nations on the face of this earth, and you speak one of the oldest languages spoken by man. I am trying, after 18 years in Kuwait, to learn Arabic. It is not easy. I think you have to be a genius to master the Arabic alphabet. I had the privilege of reading Greek and doing Greek at university, and I can unequivocally say that Arabic is more Greek than Greek. Be proud. Don't let anyone ever belittle you, no matter where you go. You also need to realize, guys, that your forefathers, that comes from a great nation and speaks a great language, have done great things. More stars have Arabic names than any other language. Al-Dorra, to name one. The Arabs named the stars. Many historians argue that the Renaissance in Western Europe would never have happened if it wasn't for the Arabic scholars that copied the works of Aristotle into Greek. They were later reintroduced by the Arabs into Europe and then translated back into Greek. Algebra, which some of you love and some of you not so much love, comes from Arabic. Jabir, which means to come together. There's a link between Arabic and my own language that I speak, and I speak another language called Afrikaans, other than English. The first Afrikaans was written with Arabic letters from the Arabic alphabet. It was written by the teachers and the imams in the mosques and the madrasas in Cape Town in the 17th and the 18th century. And it was spoken there. You come from a great heritage. Be proud. Do not be arrogant, because that's a popularity killer. But being proud makes your ratings go up with your peers and others. If I say do great things can also mean one day, if you so choose, to become a husband or a wife, a mother or a father, if you so choose. And I can unequivocally say, being a father myself, it's the most audacious and brave thing I've ever done. And the same is going to apply for you. Being a parent is a brave, brave thing. And in that, value the parents in front of you. Mine is getting very old. We've said goodbye to one of them this year, and probably very soon we're going to say goodbye to the rest. Value your parents. Value your grandparents, because your time with them is absolutely limited. To this very day, I dread the fact that I didn't spend time with my grandfather as much as I should have. He was a giant of a man. He demanded, or not even demanded, he drew respect wherever he went. Other than doing great things, life is going to be hard. It is going to knock you down many, many times. But you know what? In this life, it doesn't matter how many times we fall. It does happen how many times we get up. And we fight, because that is what we do. And I told my daughter that once when she had a very bad piano recital. You get up and you fight. Be happy. Happiness is a choice. It's not going to come, or it will briefly come when you have a nice garment, or a nice watch, or a nice piece of jewelry. Or it will briefly come when you have a great vacation full of frills. But all of that would dissipate. Happiness is a choice we make every single day of our lives. And in that, choose something, get something every single day that you enjoy to the core of your being. For me, it's my first cup of coffee after I've done the cover list for the day. The staff would laugh. I didn't expect bells to go off when I did this. Finally, or dare I not say finally, find something to laugh at every single day from the core of your very soul. Lastly, I leave you with a quote from Marcus Aurelius, my favorite philosopher, a Stoic. And he said this, and I will quote this every single year. Remember, what we do echoes into eternity. What we do in this life echoes into eternity. It has been an honor and a privilege to address you. Hada sharafon li shukran. It is now my pleasure to present the International Student of the Award to Ria Shawan.
I would like to invite Mrs. Sunny Ahmed, the Deputy Head of the Mission to Kuwait, to the stage, please.
Good evening, everybody. Okay. On behalf of the British Embassy, I'm delighted to be here with you this evening to mark this joyous milestone in your lives. It is special for the graduates, for their proud parents, grandparents, and for their relieved teachers. Just wait until these students are graduating university, then their parents will be the relieved ones. To the families of those graduating, congratulations to you. And you know the support that you've provided through this process has made an enormous impact. I'm sure you're very proud of your graduates as they close this portion of their lives and prepare for their next steps. Congratulations also to the English School of FAHAHEEL for helping students reach their full potential, providing them with the skills to succeed and contribute to a global society. It is fitting that we mark this success in the year we celebrate 125 years of diplomatic relations between Kuwait and the UK. Education has been a long-standing foundation of this relationship, with almost 10,000 Kuwaiti students studying at some of the best universities in the UK. Education remains one of the top priorities of our biannual Ministerial Joint Steering Group, where we discuss how to continue to improve and expand this cooperation. Turning back to this evening's graduates, one of the most valuable experiences one can receive is an education. You have all been taught how to think critically and increase your knowledge and understanding of the world around you. Martin Luther King said, "Intelligence plus character, that is the true goal of education." We know What we are today, you are all English School FAHAHEEL graduates, but we know not what we may be tomorrow. Your futures are yet to be written. Go forth in the world and do good, be the change that you want to see. You may not know what your futures hold, but we do know that it will be bright. Use all of the skills and the experiences you've gained during your time at school and apply them to overcome any challenges you may face. It is with the same character and tenacity you've shown today that you will succeed at your respective universities and careers. I hope many of you will look to continue your journey at British universities or indeed pursue careers through other vocational paths. Whatever career path you choose, follow your passion and remember that obstacles are an opportunity to develop and struggles are made to shape you. You are the future generation. I, for one, feel safe knowing that the future is in your hands. I know that you will continue to make the world a better place. As you move out into the world, you're going to learn an age-old secret. Adults don't have all the answers. So don't be afraid to be curious and ask questions. Without curiosity, there can be no change. Stay true to yourselves and maintain your strength. The world is a big and loud place. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Have the courage to follow your intuition, your heart, and stay true to your values. You're now equipped with one of the most important tools needed to forge your path ahead. It's not the certificate itself that counts. It's about what you've learned along the way and what you do with the education you have gained in your journey to graduation today. Your future is in your hands, no one else's. Seize the opportunity. Best of luck in all of your future endeavours. Thank you.
I would like to invite the Deputy Head of Sixth Form, Mr. Shah, to the stage to announce the Year 12 and 13 graduates, and Mrs. Ahmed again to present the certificates and awards, please.
I would like to first invite Mohammed Ahmed, who graduates with 13 years of education with a pass and has received the prize for A2 Economics. Next, I'd like to invite Anna Brunstein, who graduates with 12 years education with a pass and has received a commendation for AS Biology. And Diana Khalifa, who graduates with 12 years of education with merit and gets the commendations for AS Business and Chemistry. And Fatima Mirza, graduating with 12 years of education with a merit. And Nada Majroub, graduating with 12 years of education with merit and has received the prizes for AS Mathematics and AS Physics. And Malik Mohammed graduates with 12 years of education with distinction and has got the commendation for A2 Fine Art. Ria Chavan has graduated with 12 years of education with honours. She also is the recipient of the AS Chemistry and AS Biology prizes, as well as a commendation for AS Mathematics, and once again, the International Student Award. Walid Budastor graduates with 12 years of education with honours. He's also the head boy, received the Shahiba Award and has commendations in both AS Chemistry and Biology. Nafisa Malaya graduates with 13 years of education with a distinction. She also received the award for head girl and is the recipient of many prizes, of which A2 English, A2 Geography and A2 Psychology they are. Abdulaziz Hussain graduates 12 years of education with a distinction. He has received the prize for AS Arabic and a commendation for AS Biology. Aya Al-Sabah graduates with 12 years of education with a merit. Dina Saif graduates with 13 years of education with a merit, and she also received the prizes for A2 Biology and Chemistry and also a commendation for A2 Mathematics. Sauda Hossein graduates with 12 years of education with merit, also received the prize for AS Business and a commendation in Economics. Abrar Abdul Kazim graduates with 12 years of education with distinction, also the prize for AS Geography and Psychology. Hafsa Wajid graduates with 12 years of education with a pass. Fatma Zakir graduates with 12 years education with merits and also received AS Economics Prize. Nils Brunstein graduates 13 years of education with a pass. Sam Xavier graduates 12 years of education with distinction and also a commendation in AS Chemistry. Walid Al-Azmi graduates 12 years education with a pass and also a commendation in chemistry. Abhishek Kanan graduates with 12 years education with a pass. Ali Kidwai graduates 12 years education with a merit. Abdurrahman Al-Hajri graduates 12 years of education with a pass. Salam Najreen graduates 12 years of education with distinction and also commendations in AS Chemistry and Biology. Syed Shah graduates 12 years of education with distinction and also commendations for AS Chemistry and Physics. Sarim Siddiqui graduates 12 years of education with a pass. Haida Ali graduates 12 years of education with a merit. Mushtaba Ali graduates 12 years of education with merit and also received the A2 Physics Prize. Sultan Al-Zubayr graduates 12 years of education with a pass. Mohammed Al-Matawa graduates with 12 years of education with a merit. Mohammed Saeed graduates 12 years of education with a merit. Abdul Wahab Al-Rudaini graduates 12 years of education with a pass with commendations in biology and maths at AS. Rakan Shawabka graduates 12 years education with a pass. Rashid Al-Hajri graduates 12 years of education with a pass. Can I now invite Aya up for the vote of thanks in Arabic? Sorry. And also, can I invite up Mrs. Guri Shahaiba as well?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن دعا بدعوته إلى يوم الدين. المربي الفاضل الأستاذ أديب إبراهيم شحيبر المحترم، السادة أولياء أمورنا الكرام، أساتذتنا الأفاضل، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن من ثوابت الحياة أنه لا توجد فرحة تعادل فرحة النجاح والتخرج، فهي فرحة تعادل الكون كله. إنها ثمرة جهد جهيد ومسيرة سنوات طويلة بحلوها ومرها، فما ختم جهد ولا تم سعي إلا بفضله. اللهم أجعلها نهاية خير لبداية طريق أعظم، فألف مبروك لكم ولنا هذا النجاح والتألق. وأخيرا، من لا يشكر الناس لا يشكر الله. لذا أختم حديثي هذا بالشكر الجزيل لمعلمينا الكرام الذين قدموا لنا الكثير وساعدونا حتى بلغنا هذا اليوم المنتظر. كما أهدي فرحتي ونجاحي إلى أمي الغالية ووالدي الحبيب، فهما من أنار لي الطريق كي أصل إلى هذا النجاح. وكما اتقينا على المحبة نودعكم على المحبة. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Aya. Good evening, everyone. Mr. and Mrs. Shahaiber, Mr. Warner, Mrs. Ahmed, honored guests, teachers, and students, and parents. I stand here today on behalf of the sixth form to express my gratitude to all of you who have made this event possible. Thank you to the school management who have always been supportive of our initiatives and encouraged us to strive for excellence. Thank you to our parents, especially mine, for always being there for us and making us into the people we are today. Thank you to our teachers for developing our core skills, and thank you to the students for working as hard as they have and making all the right choices to this day. Your contributions have not gone unnoticed, and I'm grateful for all that you have done. Today marks a milestone for everyone in this room, a moment we've all anticipated. I can tell that some are excited and some are borderline terrified. I would say I fall somewhere in between. To be honest, I've been waiting for this moment since year 7, but at some point during this year was when it actually kicked in, that we graduate in a few months, not a few years. It's crazy to think of how fast this part of our lives has gone, and today we're saying goodbye to it. Today is the day we stand and say that we made it. We've reached the end of this chapter, but just because it's over doesn't mean that we can't relive it. All our memories here, all our experiences, they'll live on. One day, there'll be something that reminds you of that one person who wouldn't stop talking back in chemistry. And all you can really do is just laugh as you look at your old class photo and remember all those familiar faces. You may even remember those times a grouchy, evil man threatened you daily to throw away your puzzles. You'll hold on to these memories forever. But right now, these are our last moments here together. I doubt most of us are ready to let go of that one PE teacher who raised us since kindergarten, or those science and drama teachers we've loved since year 7, or maybe even a math teacher you've only known this year, or maybe English teachers who guided us through the upper school and made ESF what it was. One thing's for sure, and it's that we wouldn't have gotten here in the first place without the support of all the parents sitting here in the audience. So thank you all for your constant encouragement and careful investment into our pasts, presents, and futures. Although we have support from our loved ones, we may still not be ready to let go of this year and of this school. And that's okay. It's okay to not be ready for what comes next. Some of us are just as confused as we were back in September. Some of our hands are sweating and we're trying not to show it. The feeling I have in the pit of my stomach won't go away. It's like my body is acknowledging that it really is ending, saying my final goodbyes to all my friends and teachers. The epiphany hit me that the saying, have a great summer, has now become, have a nice life. However much planning you might do, you never truly know what's going to come next. The harsh truth is that life will change, and so will people, for better or for worse. And sometimes you just have to accept it and keep going. The sooner we realize how unpredictable life is, the sooner we can start paving the path to the life we want and the people we care for. Upper school was tough. I think all of us here thought at some point that we wouldn't make it, that we couldn't do it. Yet here we are. We made it, and we did it. And though this part of our lives may be over, a new journey awaits us. Nevertheless, these are our last moments together as the class of 2024. Don't let these experiences go to waste, and don't dwell on mistakes and choices that you've made in the past. What's done is done, and you're sitting here as a result of all the choices that you've made. Now all that's left is the future. Take every experience as a lesson to remember and never to forget. Class of 2024, when you leave this hall with your family, make it your mission to let the world know who you are. Let it be known that you are a leader. Let it be known that you are a fighter. Let it be known that you made it. I can't wait to see where life takes you all after tonight. In the words of Thomas Shelby, if it makes you happy, go for it. We're going to talk regardless. Say goodbye to this end and hello to your new beginning. I'd now like to invite the head of sixth form, Mr. Mali, to the stage, please.
Mr. and Mrs. Shihaiba, honoured guests, parents, staff. I don't think we've had enough photographs tonight. Okay, in a few moments I'll be presenting the class of 2024 and they will be officially graduated. But first, I'd like you to watch a video that they've made of their time in sixth form. Thank you.
all become somebody's mom and dad. But right now, these moments are not stories. This is happening.
We did have a video of them actually studying, but we didn't have time to show that. Just a couple of things before I present them. I know all the thank yous have been said. I'd just like to say a few more on behalf of you lot. Okay, and that's to Mr. Warner, Mr. de Kock, Mr. Williams, and especially to my deputy, Mr. Shaw. I'd like to say that first. And then just a couple of things about this year. They've hit a few firsts this year, or the largest. So, for example, during my time here, they've raised the most money for charity and good causes. As they said, there's a bake sale every other week. They've done that. They have also, and this is the school as well, have had the highest number of students with the highest grades in Kuwait in subjects that we've had. And also, we've got the highest number of sixth formers who have already got their university offers before they left. We're expecting to hit 100% again. And I was saying to them backstage, well, you may have heard me saying some things to them, but I also said that it's been a good year. Okay, we've enjoyed it. And somebody said when they were up here, please laugh a bit more. You can't stop them. Okay, so I don't think I've got any worry about that. So, stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor to present the class of 24.
Told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van. In a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get over.
Thank you very much. They will be in the foyer now, throwing their hats in the air.
Wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now.
Oh, oh, till it goes. Oh, oh, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me that.
think about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I'd become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming. Got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon. We just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.